week, the NHL woke up one morning and said they can't get an arena built in Phoenix. We're done trying. They have announced the league has bought the Arizona Coyotes from Alex Marullo, who owns it. The league will sell it to Ryan Smith, who owns the Utah Jazz. They will go to Salt Lake City, play next year, the Delta Center. There'll be some renovations in the building. The response has been full of negatives. Brian Burke, very outspoken, former NHL executive, former NHL general manager, former player agent, former longtime defenseman, Philadelphia Flyers. I know him. I like him. He tells you what he thinks. He's a big old Irishman. Brian Burke went on network TV up in Canada, longtime executive, and he challenged Gary Bettman to answer the questions. Why would you leave a market of 6 million people, the Valley of the Sun, to go to a market of 1.3 million, Salt Lake City? Why would you leave that big market, that television market, a market that kind of supported the team despite all the problems the franchises had? Why'd you do that to go to here? Why didn't you consider Houston, which already has an arena? Houston might be the biggest growing city in America. Why do you consider Atlanta? Despite the failures, Atlanta's exploded. They got facilities. Why didn't you do what Hacksaw said last week? Call the people in Quebec City. So why would you do that from a TV viewership standpoint? So it's a money grab more than there's anything else. He said, why not stay in Arizona? Well, Berkey, the reason is there's no bloody arena there. And to get an arena takes 3 years to 5 years. So that's why the NHL interceded. Indirectly, there was a lot of heat from the Players Association that you have put these players in an untenable situation in Arizona for years upon years, playing in this 5,000-seat stadium arena at Arizona State's absurd in modern-day hockey. You need to do something on behalf of the players who wear the Arizona color. So you lump all that in together. There's not going to be an arena there a week from Monday. That's a big issue. The league was tired of the troubles that Marullo was having. And they said, we'll buy it, we'll move it, we'll let you have the name and the colors, and you have a 5-year window. If you can get the arena built, and Marullo says he will, you can then have an expansion franchise. But at the end of the day, why Salt Lake City, John, versus Houston that you know, versus Atlanta, versus the one I wanted was Quebec City. And I'm sure the guys in the old Canada line will be joining us shortly on Transform. Go ahead.
Why can't they just play where the Suns play? I mean, isn't the arena for basketball, they always convert to hockey.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the skyboxes that they want. The sight lines are kind of crappy. I mean, they played in like 4 different venues. Franchise has never been run correctly, dating back to when Wayne Gretzky became a part owner. And he tried really hard, and they never got an arena built. They kept going from one building to another. Then there was ownership problems, then there was bankruptcy, then there were missed rental payments, to which the Gila Reservation Arena said, we're not going to allow you to play in our building. You're behind in your rental payments forever and ever. 3 years they owed them, 3 years worth of money. Now it got paid finally. We don't want to do business with you. So it's just been a bad arena situation.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, as far as where they should go, I mean, it's already NHL has already failed in Houston and Atlanta. They've never been in Salt Lake. I mean, I know there's been minor league teams there.
Yeah, but it's small Salt Lake.
Yeah, but it's not as small as you say it is. I think the whole market is around 3 million. So, which is kind of like San Diego. It's not big, but it's definitely not as big as Phoenix. To me, it just feels natural. You know, it's like in the mountain states, and you know, it just feels like a good fit.
I wish we had doers in San Diego, even though we have the aging sports arena. There's going to be a new building. I wish we had doers that could have reached out to Gary Bettman and said, but I don't know if there was anybody here with that kind of money that wanted to buy the franchise for $1 billion.
Well, but Kroenke has said they're going to bring a team here. So there must be expansion on NHL's minds, right?
Has to be.
Yeah.
So maybe Kroenke's ideology is we got to build a new sports arena. Then we'll be a player when expansion comes.
Yeah, I think you have to go in that order.
Okay, let's go from that. That's the latest in hockey. Kind of a unique